Hello and welcome to Northern Illinois Biz Chats. I'm your host, Susie, with the Gift Wrap Place, also known as wrapwithbo.com.
And I'm your co-host, George Chase.
These chats are sponsored by wrapwithbo.com
and the George Chase Insurance Agency.
Thanks for tuning in and enjoy this episode of Biz Chats,
also known as NIBC.
Okay, so here we are. Welcome to the Gift Wrap Place, and we are in the fall season series of Northern Illinois Biz Chats. And we've had a great crew today, and we are so happy to have Dr. Rachel, because God knows I need a doctor today. So I'd love for you to introduce yourself to the folks.
Well, first, very much thank you for having me. I'm really honored that you asked me to come on.
Love having you.
So I'm excited.
So
I am Dr. Rachel Northern. I practice in Johnsburg, Illinois. The name of my practice is Johnsburg Chiropractic and Wellness Center. I'm a family wellness practice, which pretty much means I love training the whole family. I love going from like a little baby to a 91-year-old. So,
you have
and
great clientele.
Yeah, and I specialize in gentle techniques. So it's safer for children, pregnant mamas, all that, and the seniors as well. I don't do a lot of the cracking and traditional chiropractic. I actually use a really gentle instrument to adjust.
And then Dr. Rachel and I met at JABA, which is the Johnsburg Business Association in Johnsburg, but also serves kind of the whole area as well. And great group of folks. And everybody has so many wonderful things to say about Dr. Rachel. And a lot of people said, whatever they were struggling with, these certain things, you were able to get them over the hump. So that's why I wanted to have you today, and just so we can explore all those techniques. Obviously, how can I boost my immune system naturally?
Okay, so I have right now, especially like fall time, transition of the season.
Huge.
Back to school, all the kids are back and retouching and getting all those germs mixing up. And so I have a lot of teachers actually, so high clientele, families, teachers also. And so besides adjusting, which naturally boosts your immune system, because there is a lot of research now between the links between the nervous system and the immune system. So my point of chiropractic is making sure your nervous system is optimally functioning. But I am a big component of supplements. I sell a lot of supplements in my office. My second passion is nutrition and supplementation. Unfortunately, our diet these days, we don't get the nutrients we need.
Right, we all know.
We're nutrient deficient. Everybody knows they're not doing their fruits and vegetables. So this time of year, it's funny that she said that, because I just happened to bring one of the hot things called Vericid. This is a company called Molecular that only sells through healthcare providers. I mean, you can find it on the internet, but be careful. Anything on the internet, you don't know what you're getting or how long it's
You sell it though.
But I sell it in the office. I carry in the office. There's several other practitioners in the area that carry orthomolecular products. And Vericid is a wonderful thing because it's got the vitamin C, it's got zinc, but it's got like elderberry, echinacea, like all the herbs that just really boost a bunch of other nutrients in there.
We are excited about our sponsorships.
Yeah, thanks to Cesaroni's Cafe and Deli here in Woodstock. They provided us with a great coffee setup for our
week, so I want to make sure.
Of course.
I'm always boosted because I'm always exposed, it seems. But a nice day.
We love the boosting. We boost bodies and we boost businesses.
Yeah.
Labor Day, we had like the hot tub, and we were like all in the hot tub.
Oh yeah.
And it got cold.
Yep.
So it's like the next day I started the coughing, and I was very concerned, like, what is this? I don't have. Then I did the test and all this, but I have never in my life had bronchitis.
Okay.
And now I'm coughing, and it's, I was so excited about, I never had a hot tub like during cold weather like this.
Yeah.
So we thought, oh, that's great. It's Labor Day. We thought it was Labor Day. It's the evening, but it got really cold.
Yeah.
So,
that transition.
Yeah, that transition.
So
honey, everyone says honey.
Yes, honey is a natural, especially when you get local honey. Honey is more popular with like this time of people with fall allergies or spring allergies.
Yes, I know.
Because they have the bees collect that pollen, and it's kind of almost like a homeopathic effect. Like
Perfect.
It kind of gives a little dose, boosts your immune system, helps your body kind of react properly. Orthomolecular also makes another product called Dehist. which is really good for allergies. It's a natural like antihistamine.
Perfect.
But it doesn't have the side effects. And what's nice about that is we have mast cells that contain like our histamines, and that's actually when they kind of get leaky or weak. Like that's when they're more sensitive, they release all this histamine. Well, the D-His kind of strengthens those, so you're not as reactive to allergens. So it's kind of more natural support, just nutrients supporting that. So
I gotta try that.
Yeah, so that's really good. So yeah, also just like the steam baths, get that stuff out of the lungs, the like cupping.
I did the nebulizer. That was a big one.
Yeah,
that worked.
So yeah, opening that stuff. And people can use, there's a lot of people who like the neti pots for like the sinuses this time of year.
I haven't tried that, but I know a lot of the young guys like those neti pots. I don't know.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about
you gotta be careful with those. I have people that kind of do it too much because you need you need certain things in there and you don't want to overflush. Keto diet and all these things.
I can't even keep track.
So and it's like and it's just everybody wants the quick fix.
Right.
Okay, everybody wants that. And really, honestly, in all this research studies, all the seminars I go to, whether it be for fibromyalgia or pain management or anything, cancer, whatever, the low-carb Mediterranean diet is the
always
one.
Hear about that.
Yeah, so that is the one they know now, tried and true through all the studies and decades of like monitoring people. So there's also, like, if you want to look into a book, Blue Zones is a good book. And it talks about all these areas where people live to be 100 and be healthy and 100. Like
wasn't it like Greek islands?
So yeah,
it was Greek islands.
So some of them are Greek islands, but the Mediterranean areas really has that thing, and it's about lots of vegetables, lots of fish. Taking time to relax and stuff like that. But mostly those fruits and vegetables. We all know, like everybody knows they need to fruits and vegetables, and I ask all my new patients coming in how many vegetables. They're like, I like my fruit, So the green leaves, so you want those grain riches because those are the ones that really our base helps our liver detoxify, support our liver, support all the antioxidants in our body, our cells to turn over properly. So those grains are really important. So that's really important to get those in.
So what would you say when you're buying the greens? Is it better to do the organic? Is it better to do the prepackaged? Do you have a preference, or do you think they're all the same?
So so there is studies also on the organic, and everybody thinks organic is just it doesn't have the pesticides, which again we don't want all the pesticides and that stuff on them. But actually, in order to be certified organic, they have to make sure that they protect the land, like the greens, the soil that hasn't been pesticide and all that. But they have studies showing that they have like almost like 5,000% more like iron and spinach when you get the organic. So you're not just buying like pesticide free, you're getting actually more nutrients.
Wow, I never heard that.
Yeah, so you're actually getting more bang for your buck.
Or iron deficient, so that's good.
Oh my gosh, we have
that's a big iron deficiency is huge.
The newest one's coming out, and I'm sure the medical field will jump on this soon. Is magnesium.
Magnesium.
A lot of magnesium.
I know I started doing magnesium lately. It's amazing. I mean, it changes the whole day. People love to hear this. And even if you think you know it, you need someone to say it.
Yeah.
Because then it just helps you revisit, I got to get on the discipline. Right? Okay. So how much exercise? Talk to us about exercise.
So again, I like to do my research on things. So they actually say, on average, we should have 21 minutes of some activity. Not the high heart rate, but at least getting some activity. I do twice. I do twice a day. My dog loves to hike, so he likes to go on the trails and stuff with me.
It's the best
he tells
thing.
Me to get out too. I really burn some calories. They say kind of twice that a day.
Right.
So that's kind of your average. They say for every 45 minutes you're sitting, 45 minutes an hour, you should be up moving at least 10 to 15 minutes a day.
It's really bad.
It's really bad. They're saying the equivalent of sitting like that 6 to 8 hours a day is equivalent of smoking cigarettes. So they're saying that just is bad it just increases diabetes rates, heart disease rates, all these things. So just making sure you get up and start moving around.
That's why I think like people who are on the computer, really that's like their job. They computer those I like the Veridesk, the different things that they have now. You got to do those things.
The Woodstock Independent is a local newspaper reporting all the happenings in Woodstock. From city council meetings to school board meetings to new business openings and school sporting events. The Woodstock Independent covers it all. For advertising opportunities and to subscribe, go ahead and find them at the Woodstock Independent newspaper, online or on Facebook.
Touch on this because a lot of people just say, "Oh, I have arthritis." Okay,
I know.
But arthritis, I don't like that excuse because what is itis? Itis, okay, bronchitis,
Right.
sinusitis. Okay, itis is just inflammation. So
Yeah.
you can get rid of arthritis. I have seniors that are loaded.
I agree.
Loaded with degeneration now.
Yeah.
We can't reverse degeneration. Degeneration is about the aging process. We're
Uh-huh.
all aging. We're going to age. There's no fountain of youth out there, unfortunately. I mean, yes, we can take better means to make sure we have more longevity and health, but we're going to age. It's just
Right.
part of life. So degeneration. So I can have a 91-year-old woman come in to me, and I know she's got degeneration all through her spine, but she can have arthritis, but we can get the pain to go away with treatment, which is the itis
So you can
part.
get her moving.
Right, we can get moving, get the inflammation down. The itis is the inflammation. So you can, like your bronchitis, hopefully doesn't stay there forever. That itis is going to go away.
Is with the arthritis, people say, "Oh, I can't do that anymore. Like I can't play golf anymore."
Right.
Or,
Right.
I can't garden anymore because of arthritis. It's like, no, you can't accept that. You got to get going.
Right. So that's my thing is I like to clarify that. It's like, okay, generation that we can't reverse, that's different.
That's different.
But if it's inflammation that's causing it, and a lot of times we can get rid of the inflammation, and then you can have that quality of life back.
To manage stress and anxiety naturally.
Take the tension off the nervous system. He started having problems again with anxiety, and it was like he remembered the good experience he had at my office, and he came back in, and he had the same great results. And he was starting a new job, and he was like definitely like just freaking out. And
how's he doing?
So he's doing really great. So he's great.
Success.
And then a training event that he would have had to go to a hotel and do all this stuff, and he breezed through it for the weekend. He's like, I would have been so freaked out. I also would like to just promote meditation, making time just to calm yourself. Out, hike, they say nature, get that nature therapy.
It's huge. If you go outside just 15 minutes before you go to bed, like get fresh air, like your sleep is way better.
Yes. Sleep and then stay off the phone, stay off the screen.
Right.
So we know the blue light. A good whole food multivitamin. So whole food means like it's coming from nature. Like you look in it and you can recognize the ingredients in it.
Tell me about absorption with this stuff.
Yeah.
Because is it better for the capsules or the pills, or it just depends on this person's body?
So capsules are better.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Capsules tend to be better, or if they're like the companies I work with, they make sure that they're compacted, not they break apart in the colon on the X-ray ones. It was like already like in the colon, which means it was on its way out. So it was like it showed up on an X-ray. So we're like, well, that was a waste.
So capsule. You think? What about the gel?
So gels are fine. Those will break down a little better too.
Okay.
Yeah. And again,
you're gonna know because it's not working.
Yeah, I mean,
so if it's not working and you're not getting results, you're gonna probably figure out, you know what?
Yeah,
I need to think about switching it up.
Well, my story's pretty lengthy. Doctor as a kid, when I was 16, I got mono, and they stuck me like 6 times to get the blood, and I didn't like needles after that, and I just like, I don't want to be a doctor. And so I was like, I don't want to deal with needles, and I didn't think about chiropractic. And when I was about 12 years old, I had a reoccurring ear pain after 3 doctors told me, we don't see any wrong, maybe she's faking it, all these things. Finally, one was like, I think you should go to a chiropractor who's more progressive. This was in the 80s, too, so that was really crazy.
Totally. Chiropractors were scary.
So they sent me to the chiropractor, and out of the 7 vertebrae in my neck, I had 3, like half my vertebrae off, and I didn't have any neck pain because kids usually don't have pain.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And so that started my chiropractic experience, and I had great results with that. Felt better, that your pain went away. This person, but only this person that does the instrument adjusting like I do. So now I do
that was kind of miraculous. See, what a pathway. That was like your miracle pathway.
Yeah,
I love that.
I always think I was divine intervention, and then
totally 100%.
And 22 years this year.
22 years.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So.
Which, like I said, though, but chiropractor was scary. We thought you guys were voodoo people, remember?
Oh my gosh.
It was like,
do you believe in dentistry? Do you believe, like it's the MMA actually had an anti-chiropractic thing against us, and there was a big lawsuit in
I would think
in
so.
the 80s about it, and that's when that all got shut down. So after I started practice, I shift. So I think it was about the changing of the guard of those old doctors to where I'd recommend something or whatever, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's fine," or whatever, or actually call me and be like, "Oh, and I was like,
because what happened, it was the people.
Yeah,
people were saying this is working for
Yes.
me, and I want you to stop saying it doesn't work for me because it does work for me.
Yeah, so and not only that, we actually finally, because got some research studies published and said this is real. This is, we're not, this is not some pseudoscience, and it's in the VA system. So we've been in the VA system for several years now.
Huge.
So let's go.
This thing in your neck, the really tight in your neck. Mm-hmm. Now a lot of people have this, right? I didn't know at the time. So, the doctor's like, try this, all these different things. So, I'm going to go try that chiropractor across the street. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go check it out. Now, he does all that cracking stuff. Totally relieved it. Totally took, that crazy cracking stuff, which I wasn't sure I could even do. I was like, okay, hopefully he's not going to kill me, right? Fixed it. So I will go. I will go when I have that total flare up, and that is fabulous.
Yeah, that's what I use.
So talk about that.
So I use the activator. It's
the activator.
And it doesn't really feel like anything. I always test it on someone's finger before I first adjust them. And they're like, and it's so funny because my first couple of years in practice, I'd get these old fellas and they're like, at first thinking I didn't do anything. They're like, that's it? That's all you did? And then they come back, oh, it does work. It is doing something.
It does work.
So
last Friday of the month.
Last Friday of September, we're going to be at the Richardson Farm. We're having a patient appreciation event. We'll have some s'mores and some bottles of water. And usually that's a great time. We have all the families come out.
Love that. That's going to be fun to do this thing.
So detox purification. Time to just reset. We just are loaded with so much just our environment, what's in our foods. It just loads that liver up. And that liver is the one that cleanses and cleans out all these things that are non-foods, our alcohol, all this stuff. Just, it's the process.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of like an oil filter. We want to clean that oil filter up at least.
So how do we do that?
So the shakes that have some greens in them, and then we have some herbs to take during it. So those are capsules that have some milk thistle in them, artichoke, things that just help stimulate the liver, just kind of scrub it.
Right.
And then some greens and eating the low-carb Mediterranean diet. So we have diet recommendations. I give a little book out.
Is this like the thing before you do a colonoscopy, you got to be home to do it?
No, you don't. It's very
it doesn't all of a sudden it's messing with you?
This is safe. Nope, this is safe. This
Okay.
is not like a colon cleanse. Yeah, well, yeah. I usually recommend it twice because we're just getting so much stuff nowadays between our air quality. I mean, we had the fires this year. We had all this stuff. And anything comes in our skin, even our products that we put on.
So much stuff, honestly.
Yeah,
we wonder how we're all walking around.
Lotions. Yeah, that's because of our liver. Our liver is the one that keeps us alive, so we can take care of it.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
So, no, it's really safe. I mean, you get the, sugar withdrawal maybe the first couple of days.
Have a fasting thing? Or?
Well, you can eat the shakes. Yeah, so it's kind of a little bit of fasting, but it's mostly to try to get on that low-carb Mediterranean. So we get we give you what you can eat.
Okay, I got to get on that.
Yeah, so we can eat those. So mostly those greens, those rich
Oh my gosh, I fasted one day.
Uh-huh.
I've never done that.
Yeah.
Like
a pure
nothing.
Fast, nothing. Yeah. Not good.
No, it was actually great. It was horrible all day, and then it's like once you pass that precipice, it's like I feel great. I feel energized. It's amazing.
Yeah. You got to get through.
I don't think it's sustainable all the time. Like a lot of people do that intermittent fasting, and it's like they love it. They maybe did it a year, and then they're done. They don't do it anymore. But I mean, I think it's a totally interesting thing to do that.
We need to do that because, especially in our society, first off, we eat meals. That's another thing. Portion control, learning to do your portions through this. We go to dinner. We go to lunch. It's usually 2 servings. It's usually 2 or 3 servings, and a lot of people eat that whole plate. So it's just learning to do those meal controls. and make good choices. And so we have the list of foods that you can eat, things to stay away from. And it's just a real good reset. And then usually by day 3, 4, people are like, you're saying, feel great, got energy. Even myself, I'm always like, why do I live this way? But there is shakes. There is protein shakes. You're not totally fasting, but it does feel kind of like a fasting.
Yeah, it was like
you.
What you do is you get to 2:00. The 2:00 marker's the killer.
Oh yeah,
that's the killer. Then you're you're inching your way. Once I got past 6, that was fun.
And
but
then you go
9
to bed
o'clock,
early.
I'm no, but so you could get up and eat everything in the house. So it's 9 o'clock, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could clean, I could do that. It just, so that is an amazing thing.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's a nice control. I'm not, with you bringing this up, I'm not a big fan. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. I've had people do the maple syrup with something, where they're just drinking some concoctions, all day long, or just that's the only thing they can have for 2 or 3 days. I have had one patient particularly go into pancreatitis from that.
I would think.
Yeah. So
for sure.
There's just there's not a good, you shouldn't be doing something where you're not getting some nutrients. And I mean, if you want to do just make sure you're drinking water and electrolytes for one day, I'm okay with that. But you really don't want to get longer than that. I mean, really, you want to make sure you're getting some good, healthy nutrients in. And that's what.
Do you remember the day? And it is so funny. I don't know why they came up to that. When I was young, it was the potato diet.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. I heard the cabbage one.
It was just potatoes.
Yeah.
And first of all, I love potatoes, so I'm I could maybe survive on potatoes. But people were dropping weight like crazy. I didn't do it, but it was I remember this was probably about 25 years ago. It was a potato diet.
Yeah.
People were doing the potato. It was just potatoes.
But the problem is,
and then what are you going to do? No, it's not. So why bother? People are so goofy.
Yeah.
It's why bother? I want something that I like to do things repetitively all the time because I believe that works. Mm-hmm. If it's sustainable, it will work.
Right.
If it's just a fad, it's not going to work long term. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless you're doing just fun.
Well, and what's good about this is we're taking out the gluten, we're taking out a lot of the things, the sugar. And maybe people have some the dairy, some of the things, and then you can reintroduce slowly back in.
Sure,
and you can find out if you've got a sensitivity, and you're or then you're I'm done with that completely.
Right.
It's every year for a while. When I first I've been doing this 22 years now. In the beginning years, I was I went to go eat something. I'm oh, this is gross. Why did I ever like that? It just totally reset my taste buds and realized. We're that frog that gets put in the cold water and you raise up the temperature and we're just boiling to death.
Exactly.
So it's resets your thermostat and you're oh, this is gross. And so many years I'll come back to eat something. I'm ew, why did I like that before? So it helps you kind of weed out some of the bad things in your diet that you don't really need or want or should have. And so that's a really good part of it too.
I found that with candy.
Yeah. You did.
I used to love Reese's and Snickers and all. You could not even get me to even. Mm-mm. I think if I was on my last leg, I wouldn't. You have to eat this. I don't think I could eat that stuff.
No, especially that's a whole nother thing we can talk about.
I just don't think of it. Okay, so that's all great information. People love that. So I want to tell you about Dr. Rachel. She is very well respected in the area. People love her. Tons of testimonials. Now tell them real quick. What are you doing with the pregnant ladies?
Oh, yeah. So there's a technique called the Webster technique. It's been around for a couple decades, I think now. And it's helping balance the pelvis to make sure that baby can sit and move around as much as possible. Because as you're pregnant, you have the hormones and that's making everything spread out and the ligaments loosen up. And unfortunately, the pelvic kind of gets a little wonky in there, especially the added weight. And what helps is just making it really balanced. So I do make sure that those pelvic joints are moving properly. They're not getting stuck. Making sure the pubic bone is not getting kind of distorted.
And also, how's their labor?
Stuff like
with that. Do you find a difference?
Yeah. So there has been research saying it shortens labor time by 3 hours, which is a pretty important
time. Wow, you guys!
Because that's the painful time of pregnancy or labor. But also, it's also been known for making sure the baby is wanting to be head down, secure in that. So I have a lot of
instead of breech. What was that? The breech, right?
Instead of the breech or sunny side. And sometimes it's because the baby doesn't want to go down because maybe
100%.
It's a little distorted. Yeah. And there's also what also is we're making sure that nervous system's communicating equally to the muscles, so you have effective and symmetrical contractions. So that way,
That's
that
beautiful.
makes contractions better. So yes, so
You're doing a lot with us.
yeah,
That's
sort of.
good.
Yeah, I usually have about, because I'm a family wellness practice.
Right.
So I have usually about 3 pregnant women, and then they have their babies, and then we get another thing, and we treat the babies and the whole family.
That's really big. And also, all these folks that are going through, they can't get pregnant.
Yeah, the infertility is
The
big
infertility
right now,
is a big one right now. So, and
Yeah.
you can kind of give some guidance on certain things with
Yeah,
that.
certain things, certainly. And definitely, usually, that's the detox diet is the first thing. We want to reset and clean all the junk out of their bodies.
Yeah.
Like those, we call them phytohormones that we're getting from, like, things that, are pseudo-hormones, actually. Phytohormones are natural hormones in vegetables, but
There's so much.
there's the the external plastics can act like hormones on our female system.
It's so crazy.
Like,
that
we
stuff.
want to clear all that,
Yeah.
get it reset, and then a lot of times the
Do you guys
mamas get
feel like
pregnant.
you want to get clean right now? Because I do. I'm
Yeah.
ready. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
And another, but I want to say this. You didn't say this, but I'm going to say this. The other day I had a thing come through, and I sent it out to all my friends. Was that when you get your nails done, there's a certain thing in a technique. You guys will have to look this up. That they found is causing infertility.
Yes.
So I just want someone to. There's a lot of things in
There's
our everyday worlds that can
Yeah.
be causing infertility,
Yeah, the chemicals
and
in
it
the
could
nails.
be fixed. There's certain things that can be fixed that doesn't cause like
Right.
you have to go crazy.
Right.
But I just saw that the other day with the nail stuff.
Well, and I somebody else was just
like,
telling me about
what?
like the spandex wearing, like the tight pants, the stretchy pants. A lot of them are plastic.
Oh my gosh, everybody
And-
lives in those things. I
And
can't
they're
live in
saying
those
there's
things.
been a correlation with that now too, with that causing issues. There was
Well, anything that you keep that tight on for that long, I think
Yeah,
can
and
have
if you're
benefits, but
sweating and
it's
you're-
anything in moderation.
and it's plastic.
Right.
They're plastic. They're like
Right,
like
exactly.
like that polymer or whatever, the polyester
Yes.
type thing. It was just absorbing.
That's a good one. I gotta look that one up too. Okay, so great chat. We did it.
Yay.
We did it. Now I can do for George. Drives me crazy with this thing. The
Okay.
2 truths and a lie. So if you want to come up, I have to guess which one is a lie.
Okay. So I was valedictorian in my high school class.
Okay.
I've been married 35 years. And I have 2 children.
I might get it wrong. You were not married 35 years.
Good job! Oh, I tried to make it easy for you. I'm like, hopefully you don't think I'm that old. So,
Okay.
all right.
So, and what else you want to say about something?
So, just if you
How do they
ever-
get you? Let's do a revisit.
Yeah,
how do they
that's
find
good.
you?
Yeah, so how they find me, my website is thedoctorinu.com. All the words spelled out. Johnsburg Chiropractic and Wellness Center. I also do have my YouTube channel, Dr. Rachel Northern, DCCACCP, which is my
Oh, they're never
pediatrics
going to
room.
remember that. I'll have to put that on
Dr.
the
Rachel
thing.
Northern. YouTube channel. I do like doing videos. I do have a Facebook group.
What is your Facebook? Is it a group or is it a page?
I have a page, Johnsburg Chiropractic and Wellness Center, and I do have a Vibrant Family group underneath that.
Okay, so you can always reach out. Can they reach out on Facebook too if they want to try to hook up and ask
we're
questions?
better if you can also text the office number.
Oh,
which is
great.
815-344-0113, and that's ways you can reach me.
Okay, perfect. And then you want to say this little plug again?
Yes, this is just OrthoMune. It's Veracid. It's got echinacea, elderberry. It's got some good stuff to boost your immune system this fall.
Love it. I'm taking it right now. Okay, and that's it for us. Another episode of Northern Illinois Biz Chats is done, and that's a wrap.
Yay!
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Northern Illinois Biz Chats.
And don't forget to follow us on socials to see more local businesses.
And that's it for us. Until next time.
That's a wrap.